Welcome to Civil Engineering Knowledge Channel. So today I am with very new topic. So we know that we have so many building components, right? One is column, beam, slab, wall. This is non-structural component, but even then, so these are all the part of one of the members to construct one home, right? So today I am just wanted to explain how to calculate how much load is acting on column, how much load is acting on particular beam, slab, wall. Okay, so today I will explain a very simple method. So but after these videos I'll just upload one more part, so that I will upload with the plan. Okay, so in the particular plan, for example, this is a building plan. You will have one columns here. Okay, so on plan with the beams and its spacings, that means its length, I'll just explain how much load is acting on this particular column due to this beams also. Okay, so this I will explain in my very next video. So this is a part 1 video I am just going to upload. This is part 1, that is in this video I'll just explain you how you are calculating the load that is acting on particular column and beam. In the second part I'll just explain how much load it is acting on the wall as well as in the slab. Okay, in the next portion, that is in part 3 video, I'll just explain with one of the building plan and columns. I'll just explain how much load is acting on particular columns and how much weight this particular beam is putting on column, so that it has to distribute directly into the soil. Okay, this I'll explain in the part 3. In part 1 I'll just explain column and beam. In part 2 I'll explain slab and wall. In part 2, this is part 1. In part 3 I'll explain the distribution method. That means in particular column how much the load is being applied or how much the load is acting on this particular column due to this beams. Okay, so okay, let us come for the first two, that is column and beam. See, in column we can find out the self weight into number of floors. That means if this is your column, okay, so if this is a column, this is a first floor. Okay, so there are again 2, 3, 4, 5 number of floors. If you wanted to find out how much weight is acting on this column, if you find out how much weight is acting on the single column in first floor, you can easily find out 5 floors. That is nothing but whatever the weight. For example, if you get 10 kilonewton, 10 kilonewton into 10, that is 100 kilonewton is the total load that is acting on this particular column from the 5 floors. This is what it will explain. So let us go for first column. Okay, so in column, first we need to assume that the column size as 230 into 600 mm with 1% steel and height as 3 meter. Okay, so they have told that 230 into how much it is, 600. So this is 600 and the height of the column as 3 meter. Okay, so this is they have explained. First we should find out the total weight of column per floor. Okay, so that particular floor we need to find out. That is nothing but weight of the concrete plus weight of steel. How we will find out this weight of the concrete? Whenever we want to find out the weight of the concrete, we need to multiply volume multiply by density. So first we need to calculate the volume of concrete. Volume of concrete is nothing but length into breadth into height of this particular column. Okay, that is nothing but your volume of concrete. That is 230 mm. So if you wanted to write it in meters, it is 0.23 meter multiplied by 0.6 into 3. So you will get it as 0.414 meter cube. This is the volume of the concrete. When you multiply volume with density, you will get the weight of the particular concrete. Density of the concrete is nothing but 2400 kg per meter cube. This is for plain concrete. If you consider for reinforced concrete, it is 2500 kg per meter cube. Okay, so finally we will get the answer as 993.6 in equal to, we can write it as 994 kg. This is a volume, this is a weight of the concrete in kgs that we require to fill this column of 230 into 600 into 3 meter height column. Okay, so then, so in case of the column, we need to consider 1% of its weight of the concrete. So 1% of weight of the concrete, 1% is nothing but 1 by 100 multiplied by weight of the concrete is 994 kg multiplied by density of the steel, that is 7850. You can consider directly 7850. I had taken it as nearly as 8000 kg per meter cube. You can here directly multiply 7850 kg per meter cube also. Okay, to make it round off, I have taken this. So we are getting here 33 kg. So finally, the total load acting on the column is nothing but weight of the concrete plus weight of steel. Weight of concrete is 994 kg. Weight of steel is 33 kg. You are getting 1026 kg per floor. So if you want to convert this into kilonewton, you can do that. Okay, so here important note we should write. So if you want to convert it into kilonewton, it becomes 10.26. Okay, so here one thing we need to remember, that always when we are calculating the load on particular columns, it should be in between 10 kilonewton to 15 kilonewton per column, not entirely column, per single column that we are going to consider, that is 10 kilonewton to 15 kilonewton, and this is above 10 kilonewton, and that is fine. Okay, so this is how we are going to calculate the actual load acting on column or particular column in the particular floor. Particular column is nothing but that particular single column. Okay, so if you want to calculate for number of floors, then you need to directly multiply 10.26 into 5. So for example, this is a first floor column that we have considered. Okay, so this column, this particular column, from the 5 floors, how much the weight is being taken, that you should do. If here we got 10 point, for example 36. Okay, so here that is for single floor. Then remaining this thing we need to calculate. Okay, so that is nothing but 10.36. okay, into remaining is 4. So 4 floors if you do, 5 you need to do. So entirely how much it is acting on this particular column, it is showing. Okay, so this is for entire load, or in this particular single column. So how much these column is acting, then you need to multiply it by 4. This is how you are going to get how much total amount of the load that is being acting on column. Okay, so the next one. Okay, I just wanted to tell you that in Play Store app, you can see the column design app. There you will get lot many what I can say, information about the column design also. So from the Play Store, you just download the column design app, okay, in your Android phone. Okay, so next we'll go for beams. So in beams, here also let us assume that dimension of the beam is 230 into 450 with running meter length as 1 meter. Okay, here also same thing, you need to calculate the volume of concrete plus weight of concrete plus weight of steel. Similar way, volume of concrete is nothing but length into here it becomes length into so it is 0.23 into 0.45 into 1. 1 is nothing but So how you are going to consider height for column? Here you need to consider the running meter in case of beam. Okay. So this is nothing but the breadth into width of the column. Okay. So next, in case of weight of the concrete, so if you want the particular weight, you need to multiply it by density of the concrete. This is for plain concrete, that is 2400 kg per meter cube, and this is in meter cube. So finally you will get it as 333 kg. In case of weight of steel, 2% of volume of concrete into density of the steel. So when you do so, you will get the answer as 22 kg. So total load acting on the beam is this much, 355 kg. Yes, one thing. So there, this is 335 kg you got on beam. But in case of beam, you should consider running meter. Okay, so it is 355 kg per running meter, because you will get the doubt here. 333 is in kg and 222 is also in kg. How it is per running meter? In case of beams, walls and all, you should consider 355, whatever the number it comes here, kg per running meter. Okay, so if you want to convert this kg into kilonewton, I have simplified here. First you convert kg into newton. Okay, if you want to convert kg into newton, 1 kg is 9.81 newton. So 355 kg is how much newton? You need to find out first here. So then newton to kilonewton you need to consider. 1 kilonewton and yes, it is 1000 newton. So directly if you find, you will get 3.48 kilonewton. Okay, so the load acting on particular beams is 3.5 kilonewton per meter. Yes, this is a per running meter it is. So you need to write this unit. This unit is very important. You need to remember it also whenever you solve or calculate or you do anything in case of beam calculation. You need to write out per meter, because that is the unit of that particular beam. Okay, so one thing you need to remember, you may be surprised that why here 2% of the steel is used in case of columns, why it is 1% is used. Okay, so that is as per the standards. Okay, for slab or lintel, minimum what you can use is 0.7 to 1%. In case of beam, it is 1 to 2. In case of column, it is 0.8 to 6%. But when we consider the criteria of the concrete settlement and all, only 4% we can conclude or include. Okay, so in case of foundation, it is 0.5 to 0.8% of the weight of the concrete. Okay, so thank you. This is all about the first part that which I have told you. So about column and beam I had explained you. This is very simple method whenever you go for any interview, and if the person tell you, okay, take out the take for example, assume the for the freshers it is too. Okay, so if they tell you that let us assume the section as 230 into 450 and you consider the height of the column as 3 meter. Now calculate and say me the how much amount of the load that is acting on particular column. If they ask you, you can definitely easily you can solve and say them this is a particular weight that is acting on column or beam. So in the similar way I will explain in the second part I'll explain you about slab and wall. In the third part I'll explain you very important, this is very important video for everyone. This is very useful if you do your ETABS analysis, if you do STAT Pro analysis. This is one basic you will get it as example or for conclusion. You can just calculate, or that is nothing but you can take any one floor as an you can conclude this as for manual calculation, and you can cross verify with the software results. Okay, this is very important part 3 video, and these two are parts are very important for your interview purpose also. So please take care and see these and help your friends by sharing the videos. Thank you.